Hi guys, it's Natalie here, and today we're going to do a K-pop reading. This is about iKON. Now you can thank the lovely, now I'm sorry if I get your name wrong, but in the chat and in the order there was two different names, so it's either Stephanie or Julia, but for the sake of this video, so that I'm not screwing your name up, I'm going to call you the Iconic Girl. So in the comments you guys can all thank the Iconic Girl for purchasing this reading. She purchased a personal reading, and as you know, my YouTube personal readings can be made public, so I did mention in a video that if you guys really want like a K-pop reading, you can purchase it that way and have it as a public reading just like any other reading, you know, and that way I will be sure to get it done, because obviously my priority is definitely orders first, paid orders first, and then I get to, you know, the K-pop and other content that's requested by you guys. Yeah, so that's just kind of how I do things. I think it is fair for all, especially if someone's paying for something. You know, we want to make sure that they're getting what they're paying for, and that's what we're doing today. So thank you very much. This is going to be the first video. It's about the group, and then I'm going to try and cover all of the questions that she had about the group, and that will give you guys time to maybe list some more questions in the comments, and we'll go through each member later on, but this is going to be our priority video, and I'll just upload the other videos like I have done with Blackpink and BTS. If you're interested in Blackpink and BTS, they're on my channel. So let's light this candle over here. Hopefully not burn my fingers. Alrighty. So, let's just get you guys down a little bit. It's very cold. I don't know if you can hear the wind outside, but that's why I'm all fluffy. I'm fluffed up today. I don't know if that's a proper term, but it's cold, so going to remain fluffy and warm. Alright, so I do have my list here. I just wrote out everything that was sent to me. So I've got their names, and I'm assuming these short names here must be their stage names, their date of birth, their star signs. There's a lot of Aquariuses here, and they don't have any water signs in the group. It's like air, 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 fire, earth, fire, air. There's a lot of air, but they don't have any water. So in that way, I would say the group itself is a little bit like they're missing that element, which would be good for them to have. I don't really know if they'll add any more members to the group, but like just, you know, from the astrological point of view, they are missing an element, so that is something to take note of. So let's just get into it. We've got quite a few questions here. Where am I going to put this so that I don't miss any of them? I kind of want to put it up, but then I don't want it to be distracting either. So, is that going to be in the way? Hopefully it doesn't fall off the table. We'll put it there for now. Let me see. First, we're going to get straight into the questions, and then we do like a general group reading. These are the mystical manga tarot cards. I use these in the BTS readings. They're really good tarot cards to use in their, you know, anime manga style artwork. Oops. This card's just trying to fly out at me. Okay, so the first question is, did their travel to the US or Texas impact them in any way, and are they going to come back? So let's have a look at iKON's Texas US travel. Maybe they didn't make as much money as they thought they were going to. They didn't really have a choice when it came to doing this. I don't know why. I feel like, did this happen at a bad time for them, or was there, because to me this is the stress and depression card. So either they had like a really super busy schedule and this was just another thing. Yeah, but this was a decision that had to be made because of this stress and anxiety, because it was in order for them to get away from that, okay? and maybe they weren't making... There's like something about not making money. Is that the reason they went? Was it a better opportunity to make money overseas? Yeah, but there's the money reversed. Well, money reversed and upright. There's an earth sign here. And someone here... See, we don't have any water signs, but this is... There is someone who's not taking time out, who's disconnected from their emotions because they're listening to gossip to do with the US travel. This looks to me like a younger person. They're all young, but when I say younger, I just mean if you were to line them all up, who are the younger ones, or more immature emotionally ones, have the younger personality. It definitely does reflect more personality than physical age, alright? Because this is like energy, on an energetic level, where they're at. Yeah. So, not letting go of this opportunity even if they didn't make as much money as they were supposed to or thought they were going to. But they went ahead with it anyway. Because this is showing to me that this is something they wanted to do. A burden they were willing to carry. And if this is a female, so this could be, I mean, I assume they would have a lot of female fans, but there must have been, yeah, it's like we're not going to hold back even though, see, we're not holding back here. Even though the money probably wasn't as good or whatever the issue was around it, maybe they didn't get as big of a split and it went more to the venues or the like companies involved rather than the actual group. Who's the rude male? There's a rude. He's rude because that's reversed. Bobby. He's the fire and is it Junie? Jun Ho. And I'm very sorry if I mispronounce anything. So either of those two, they got a bit crappy, like, you know what I mean, stressed, they're a little bit irritable, like a bit of a, to do with this trip in particular, I don't know if they were upset, they could have been upset about the money, it's like, maybe it should have been better planned, but yeah, they definitely went because, you know, they saw that there was support there and they wanted to go. You know, people were literally fired up and willing to go and see them. And they wanted to put on, this is putting on the performance here. So they're, and possibly emptying themselves emotionally to put on a performance. What do we have here? Oh! Okay, so this is kind of like the one path is flooded and then you have to go in another direction, but it's reversed. So to me, even though the path technically to get there had a lot of obstacles and there wasn't as much money to be made, so they've taken a smaller amount to go, they wanted to do it and they did it anyway, like despite that. To me, that's a very positive thing. It shows a lot about their personality. If the members themselves had say in it, which this is indicating to me they probably did. But yeah, that's weird. See, this is the forced decision. So they felt that they had to because of whatever this anxiety, depression issue was, as this is a good opportunity for them to get away. So perhaps they were resistant to it at first, listening a little bit too much to gossip. Here, particularly, like I said, one of the members who is a little bit disconnected emotionally because of the gossip. Maybe is there one person in particular that gets a lot of hate online and who wasn't sure they would be received well in the US, and then it's like that issue comes up, and then the issue of the money comes up, but then they're upright. This particularly one here, I don't know if he has connections to the US, but he's like, let's just do it anyway, you know. This is a good idea. We want to go and meet everybody and have that, oh, my sock's falling off, and have that experience, right? Okay. So yeah. The only thing that did worry me about this trip is that one of the members, possibly a fire sign, but there was somebody who was acting a little bit aggressive, rude, arrogant kind of way about it. I don't know if this is just like a cultural difference thing, where they came across that way. Yeah, a little bit in the ego, a little bit frustrated. And it could, of course, definitely be to do with whatever this issue is back home. Okay, but it's like we're definitely thinking and planning and strategizing here in regards to, like maybe they didn't get as much money as they thought to, maybe that was to fund the tour or whatever, and they just went to one place, or I'm not sure. But that, yeah, they were figuring out what they can do with what they were given, and they put on their show, and everyone was, you know, to me that was, they're, you know, happy about it. There's an idea from the past, so maybe this has been a tour that has been a long time coming. Idea from the past. Relationship with, that would be their relationship with, like, America, okay? There's a healing, and they're able to do this, so maybe this is something they've really wanted to do for a long time, and again, this immature, this is an air sign, and he's a page, therefore, you know, this means they can be, especially reversed, communicating on social media in a little bit of an immature way, and that could be connected to this, that little bit of an arrogance of rude energy. And I do feel like this is coming more out of frustration more than anything else. I don't really feel like it's malicious or something. Maybe he had a frustrating experience with a fan, I'm not sure. It's possible, because that is a female there next to him. Someone may have been a little bit too excited, but there's definitely, as I pulled out this card, healing between that relationship. So whatever the frustration was, I'm not sure what happened. There's definitely healing around it, okay? Are they likely to come back? Let's have a look. They are likely to come back, but this is saying victim of circumstance, for forced choice again that came up, and then, but then this is kind of like picking up where you left off from. So there is a little bit of a struggle at the moment where they're a little bit bound. Maybe they're not going to do this for a while. Yeah, feeling a little bit betrayed, but yeah, eventually they're going to come back, even if they feel like they're forced to come back. Because to me, this is like you get to make the choice, and then this is like you don't really have any other option. You just kind of are forced to choose which way to go. And these are, well, two of them are upright, which to me would be a yes, that they will be eventually coming back. Okay, and let's get a timing card around that. Is there any specific time that we should be looking out for iKON going back to the US? Oh. This is saying infinite possibilities, and November did come up. July. There are a lot of month cards here. Look at that. Alright. I should stop pulling them because otherwise we're going to have half of the year coming out. Okay. So we have 0, which is, you know, there's transformation around them too at the moment. So this is finding, you know, becoming whole, transforming to something like a different level, a higher level. Being free from physical limitations in the material world, and the Alpha and Omega, like balance. So we also have July and November. I think November was the one that came out first. Oh, November was the one that came out first. So the original ninth month, so the number 9 could be, again, 9 is the end of a cycle, and here we have transformation. So maybe this does have something to do with, is it B or Hanbin? Again, sorry if I mispronounce the names, but yeah, him having his contract terminated and all that stuff. So obviously, this would show up, because it is a transformation for them. What is his star sign? He is Libra. See, he kind of shows up in the September card here. Yeah, there's a lot of other... This is more representing the other members with what we've got. Also, July, September, this is autumn and that's Thursday. So, yeah, November's the original 9th month, spiritual awakening, meditation, ascending to a new level, and love from spirit. So they're definitely being protected and looked after in the spirit world from, angels, and also from their fans. There is some, like a barrier, a protective barrier, not like a wall that they can't get through. And then we have July, which is Julius Caesar. So this represents physical achievements, man's achievements, our achievements here in the physical world. It could be about politics, military. Are they close to military enlistment? I don't think so. They might be. I'm not sure their ages. I didn't write that down. But, military does come up because it's Julius Caesar. And this is about ignoring intuition, that things that are happening for them are divinely guided. Like, this is supposed to happen. It's unavoidable. It's unavoidable. It's like destiny that this had to happen. Alright? And then we've got the number 7, which is September, the original 7th month. So 9, maybe that does. September could be, because that's highlighted twice with the numbers that we've got. And 7. July's the 7th, isn't it? Okay, so this is definitely highlighting September and July very strongly. So maybe they have some more physical achievements or an award that they might be winning, because July definitely represents that physical achievement here, and that things are going to happen in divine timing when they're supposed to happen, not before and not after, alright? So that is a frustrating aspect to life that comes up in a lot of readings. September is also about sport competition, so I don't know. See, that's what I mean by there's an award, or so like some kind of competition that they could be in, which I'm not sure what that is. It could even be like a... Do you know how they have like Kpop, what do you call them? Like a Kpop concert in the US or Australia, and they bring over a bunch of groups. Maybe they will be part of something like that, because there would be competition into getting into something like that, if you know what I mean. Yeah, and again about spirituality, and rationalizing the miracles and the metaphysical world. So this is about them rationalizing all of the coincidences and things that are happening around them, because they are divinely guided, right? And then we have autumn time. I'm not sure what months autumn represents in America. So this is about taking stock, getting prepared for a less prosperous time, which is definitely a possibility regarding what's happened. Losing their leader, I believe. I believe B was the leader. Anyway. So reflection, they'll definitely be nostalgic and looking back at the happy times, and this is gratitude. So stocking up from the harvest of the good times, holding on to the good times, being very grateful for that, and moving forward with a sense of gratitude as well. And then the Thursday card, which is Thor, so thunder god, right? He's the defender of honor, someone who's very physically strong. They fight against something bigger than themselves, It's about growth, fertility. So this is definitely expansion again. A lot of cards that are about ascension, so going up to the next level spiritually and in their own causes. And in like energetically for the group, things are going to go up to the next level for them. So on the positive, it represents someone who's humane, fair, and optimistic, and organised. In the negative, it's someone who's greedy, wasteful, and complacent. Sagittarius, Cancer, Gemini, Capricorn. And then I'll just let you know that one's Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra. So we've got Sagittarius and Cancer highlighted probably the most out of them. And I don't... Oh no, there is one Sagittarius, isn't there? Who are you? All the way up here. Bobby? Is it... I can't see it from this angle. Ah. Yeah. Kim G1 or Bobby. Sagittarius. Yeah. We may have to look out for him. I wonder if he is going to... If they believe this is some sort of injustice or that something is going on, he is probably going to be the one to speak up about it, which I find very interesting. I wonder if he's also the one who was a little bit... See, I don't want to use the word rude, but like, do you know how you get irritable on that trip to America? That's kind of how I feel. That could have been him. You guys are going to have to let me know, like, what personality traits are resonating more with each member, okay? So now we're going to go into Hanbin, which is B or by B. I'll just say B, I'm sorry if it's wrong. Okay, so what is his outlook after this hardship? Oh, no, I missed a question. Where is my pen so that I can make sure that I'm on the right one? How are the members after the scandal or hardship? How do they feel about his contract termination? How do they feel? How do the other members feel? What's going on? Gossip. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about it. That doesn't surprise me. Okay, this is not the same person from the BTS readings. Just so you know. This has upset a lot of women, specifically. Right. This is an air sign male, reversed, somebody who's a knight who, so, you know, the protector wanting to do the right thing. Reversed, to me, is indicating possibly their hands are tied in regards to connecting on social media and expressing fully how they truly feel. This is skeletons out of the closet. So, because, and the Hermit card here is retreat. What was his sign? Air sign. Oh, okay, so that's him. This is B. Alright. Yes, that's definitely him. Skeletons out of the closet, that's what happened. So this is something that he probably knew might come and bite him on the butt eventually. This had to come out, and now he's going to go into a place of, you know, seclusion, isolation, reflection, thinking about what his next move is, and this is kind of like, regardless, yes, see, there's your guy in charge. You have to make a choice. Basically, so this is 3. So he had very limited options onto what he could do in regards to this situation. This is I'm a victim of circumstance. This, and of course, like I said, how do the other members feel? The other members feel like whoever was in charge had very limited options onto what they could do and that their hands were tied. Alright? That, yes, they had to make a decision. This is, I have to make a decision, and there was an option for him to choose something else, or for, you know, the whoever's in charge to choose something else besides terminating his contract. But this was like, we're overwhelmed emotionally, we're empty emotionally, we have to disconnect from our emotions to this person and just make a decision. Yeah, see, pulling back from the spotlight, we have to disconnect. We've got to break the contract. Yes. And again, another air sign reversed. So I do feel like this is going to help him. He will mature a lot from this experience. And while the other members can only really they appreciate the things that they've done together. But this, again, we've got, this sword is upright, but the other ones, the people ones, are reversed. Let me have a look. Yeah, see, we're upset. It's kind of like spilled, well, that's literally blood. But, you know, we've got 3 cups that are spilt and 2 that are upright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many people are in the group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this represents all the other members that are left. So basically, B's gone on his journey, he's walked off to the castle. Somebody's thinking about following him, or like they're looking at the destination that he's gone in, and they're wanting to go with him, they're wanting to help him. 3 of them are kind of like spent emotionally about this, you know, they've realized there really isn't anything they can do, and the other 3 are holding on to their emotions. So we have a split. Perfectly normal, and this is to do with an earth sign person. Who's the earth sign? DK. That would have to be DK, unless the others have like an earth moon or something. Because sometimes in these readings, if someone has, it depends which star sign in their personality that they are more like, alright? So this is somebody who's very grounded, but he is kind of looking towards, B, basically. Wanting to follow him. I feel like he's very inspired by him, you know, and he's watching what's happening very carefully. And while 3 of the others are more accepting of like, this is just something that has to happen, I do feel like this particular one, DK, is struggling quite a bit. I don't know if they were close, those 2, and I don't know if he's struggling because it could be that there was a lot of admiration there for him, that he treated him like, you know, like a brother, or it could just be the way that he is seeing it. Like, even if they didn't like each other, it could just be, I don't like the way that this has gone down, or, you know, it shouldn't be this way. There's a little bit like, I just not very willing to accept it like the others are. What is that noise? I don't know what that noise is. Must be some water outside. That's weird. Anyway. Yeah, okay. Well, since I'm hearing a weird noise, he's probably got his ear to the wall listening, observing, trying to figure out what to do. But this guy, I don't know if he's a good money earner, DK. That's definitely representing his star sign, but his page of coins would be maybe where he's starting to pick up earning more income, because page is obviously a little bit more immature than a king would be. A king would be, yes, you know, but this is to do with career as well, which doesn't surprise me. So he's struggling a bit. These same 3 cards came out again, so we've got no longer holding back, and so they're going to be coming back, and again, this has a military uniform, which could represent, I don't know if that's going to be an outfit or something for a song, but, you know, the military enlistment could be there. They do need to bring in more water. I'm hoping that some of these people have like a water sign in their moon in the chart, just because I feel like that would make the group more balanced, but I can't see that right now, so I don't know what their full chart looks like. But yeah, but definitely from the past. So B's basically going to be with them, I guess, on a spiritual level is there, that they, you know, do think about him, but you have to carry on. And then we've got, why is there a lawnmower? I hope that you can't hear it. Anyway, so this is the foundations for, usually to do with the home. So, oh, and then we've got 10 of Pentacles reversed, and then we've got, is that 9 of Cups? Oh dear. They're gonna, whatever the next move is, like this could be the next release. Maybe they're going to be holding on too much from the past, so that's going to start to affect them in a negative way. Oh, look at this. The moon represents secrets. This, when it's reversed, it's like secrets are going to come out. But justice is not going in their favor, so that concerns me a little bit. Regrets. Again, the earth sign. With regrets. And these are all about money. A little bit of regret about money. There's the depression card coming out again. Not being able to make money. Things not going in their favor. Being betrayed. There's a relationship here. That's, to me, is definitely like them and their fans. They have a good relationship, but they cannot communicate fully what they want to with, you know, the fandom themselves. Obviously, they have contractual obligations and things that they cannot say because of, you know, money reasons. Yeah, but the fans are the people that are going to come out and stick up for them and mainly carry the burden, by the looks of it. Yeah, they'll be upset about the lack of money. Okay, all I can say here is that if you guys are super fans of iKON, whatever they do, you need to be publicly supporting it. You need to be buying their stuff on the charts, watching the music videos or whatever comes out. You know, like how you guys will probably know better than me what helps a group. Because we've got giving into temptation and new, like being empty emotionally, not open to new opportunities, not moving forward. Yeah. That could be taking a path maybe they're not supposed to. So there is a victory here, because they do feel like, and this could be the going back to America, where things look good, you know, this is going somewhere where things are better for them, where they're able to better express themselves. Okay, sorry. I had to let the cat out. Where was I? But yeah, basically just support them. Because, yeah, there's moving forward, but we're imbalanced. Gotta make a sacrifice. See, this Cups person could even be like, uh-oh, that's connected to money. Aha. So we've got an imbalance. And then we have Queen of Coins, career, woman to do with career. King of Cups, emotionally. Maybe there's some sort of we're not emotionally satisfied with career. And they need to bring the... So, I wonder if they'll collaborate with a female or something. Because they're going to do something to bring the balance back in. Here, but they can't just make off with... I don't know, they can't just like leave and reconnect together and join a new group in a different company. Like, I don't really see that happening. Uh-oh. Moving on. New beginnings. Someone could be doing a solo here. And then we have a nice relationship card with the Page of Cups. And thankfully the cup's upright this time. So it's like... The barriers have come down in regards to a relationship or opportunity, partnership with someone. Oh, that's not good to see. Death in reverse. The Hierophant or Hierophant in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse. We have intuition, contracts, and transformation. there's potential that all of them could basically lose their contract. Like I said, there could be one or two, most likely one of them staying to do a solo thing. And this, like, I'm just reading current energy if we keep staying on the same path. So what I'm getting here is to turn this around. Like, this is probably an inevitable thing because of all the scandals and stuff that are going on. There is, like, the overseas travel. It should come up before that, hopefully. Well, it came up before that in the cards, so as long as we're sticking to the timeline, then they should still be traveling to the US. But yeah, you guys need to show them a lot of support on social media, like, you know, however they rate the music award shows and stuff, if it's by watching their videos and all that sort of thing. Even just publicly tweeting them, commenting, doing fan art, doing covers, doing, like, I don't know what else that you can do to possibly help. And I do believe that their fandom specifically is doing a lot of that. But I'm just saying that it is to acknowledge and to say, yes, that's the right thing to do. My advice would probably be, do not just go after and attack the company, because guess who's in control of everything? The company. They're not swapping companies. They're in that company, alright? For a reason, and that company owns, you know, the trademark of the name and all that stuff. And it is very, very, very rare that a whole group will come out of a company and go to another company, even if they rebrand under a different name. Like, it's very rare that that's happened and been successful. It's very rare that that's even happened. Like, so I don't really see that. But obviously we have the 0 card, so there's infinite possibilities on what they can do. Okay, so let's just have a look. So yeah, just show them a lot of support. Alright? And support them if they do, you know, solo projects and all that kind of thing. Don't be jealous of one member for staying with the company and others for not. You know, like what would happen with, is it Hyuna for a full minute, and how that caused all this drama. It's like, excuse me. You don't really know what's going on, and there's no reason to pour oil onto the fire, you know, it's already burning. Don't fuel the fire anymore. Basically the company has a lot going on, so their hand is forced in this situation. They cannot afford to have any scandals, and the idols that work in the industry are very much aware of, you know, the importance of public image and what things are and aren't acceptable. Okay, so we're looking at B's outlook after this. Oh wow, that's interesting. Let me move this. So we have things moving forward, so the Chariot is upright, that's good. So he does see this as things moving forward. There is some sort of an emotional new offer for him. Okay, so this is how B is outlook after this. Basically, it feels like he can move on from it, because this is where a new emotional opportunity, and it's upright, it's positive. Yeah, a Knight of Wands, so not really. What is his star sign again? Air. Okay, so this is sort of like, we're letting go, we're not, there's no need to really fight about this, or to insist on, you know, like, I do believe as much as the decision was for the company, he felt responsible for this decision as well, so he let it go. I'm going to move on from this and be in a more positive place. Okay, hold on, let's have a look. We have a female here who is emotionally disconnected, emotionally not so great. I don't know if he's had a relationship. Interesting. Because we have the Empress, which is fertility. you know, creativity, growth, that kind of thing. But the Tower reversed is, okay, so in regards to this situation, he's definitely in a more positive space. He's letting go of people and things that no longer serve him, so friends perhaps who, or specifically a female friend or relationship, but let's just say friend, because I don't really have any other relationship cards here, but this, it could just be like a friend, right? Possible water sign, but they've turned on him basically, so that's unfortunate because of this situation. He acknowledges that he is basically trying to stay positive and create. So I would not be surprised if he comes out with a solo thing or signs somewhere else down the line or something of that nature. I don't know how difficult that's going to be for him given the nature of the scandal or hardship or whatever you want to call it. I don't know that much about it, but for me what I heard, it didn't seem that bad, but I know in Korea with those kind of things, it's, I guess, more serious than it would be if it happened like over here in Australia or in America. But basically the Tower reverse, to me this is saying whatever the unstable or like foundation that he had in his career had to be destroyed, and now he can rebuild because basically it was faulty. There was issues with it, and it could be the fact that people will turn on you, you know, that there's not like a full support system in that situation. But now he has the opportunity to completely rebuild, and we do see this is definitely, there could be a fire sign male around him, an older male possibly, who I don't know if they're going to help him. It seems quite likely that they're advising him to slow things down. Don't be a victim of circumstance, but don't rush things, okay? So this is a mature male. He seems quite rational even though he's like the King of Wands. So this is very passionate, probably a very good looking like sexy guy, if you know what I mean. Who has like charisma, he could even, you know, like be in the music industry, which would be very likely, who is basically advising him, slow down, don't be a victim of the circumstance. Okay, so there is a lot of positive energy here for him. We are definitely withdrawing from the spotlight for a while. These cards came out before. But we're not going to let go of this idea. Right now is just not the time for him to make a move. He needs to reflect, meditate. There is, you know, the heartbreak around it and the imbalance when it comes to, you know, career and work, not getting opportunities, needing to rest for a while. Okay, and then this is a manager guy. So everyone else needs to move on without him with that manager guy. So he's not really going to be able to create stuff for a while. Definite air sign. But you may see him, yeah. See, there's the not moving forward and not creating in career, but he's definitely sitting there, so I wonder what is going on. Aha. Remember I said that was the card for the other members. What is this temptation? I don't know. This is something to do with the group, but there's a victory here for him in regards to the group. So I don't know if this guy ends up leaving. I don't know if there'll be some sort of, it's probably not that likely, but there could be once things settle down. Well, I guess he'll be able to hang out with them. So the victory here to me is more saying in relationships, even though they're probably not supposed to be associating with each other, they're probably still going to be connecting, you know. They'll be letting go of the betrayal. Justice in his favor. Look at this. So eventually things are definitely going to work out in his favor. You know, you guys, the fans, putting down the burden. Coming up with a new strategy and another approach with the world opening up, so everything coming full circle and things being imbalanced. Definitely. See, I wonder. Healing relationships. Um, yeah, that Earth sign who's DK who's having a hard time with him, I do feel like he's going to want to heal that relationship. I don't know if that's going to happen immediately, but there is going to be some sort of new communication that may piss off some female fans of DKs for some reason. Like, I guess, like, I don't know. This could just be the Korean fans specifically, but yeah, and then he's like, I've got to make a decision about this. Yeah, we're not going to fight the female fans or that sort of fiery energy, feminine energy that's coming in. We probably won't tell them the full story, but we are going to shed some light on what's going on, and things are going to grow. Like, there are certain secrets that we're just going to keep to ourselves, that he'll keep to himself, things intuitively that he knows, and of course to do with him reconnecting with the other members, probably, more than likely. It does seem that it could be that way for a while. Like I said, until basically another person leaves the group, it's like they will also have their hands tied on what they can and cannot say in regards to him, that they may not be able to be in pictures, or if they do post a picture with him on social media, it may, even though the fans might like it, they may get some sort of consequences, you know. Yeah, so there is a little bit of a struggle there, like he wants to maintain the relationship with the others. It'll get there eventually. The other members' outlook as well, I think I covered that earlier. Let me know if I didn't, but I'm pretty sure I covered that, like what's coming up for them. Or, like, basically they just need to be supported. Because at the moment, if things keep going the way they're going, it kind of looks like eventually they'll probably have another release, then they'll probably send them overseas because they may be, not blacklisted, but you know what I mean, like they don't want to fuel the fire of any more scandals within the company at all. They want to disconnect it, and if that means they have to sacrifice the group, they will sacrifice the group. So this is going to depend on how much money they can earn versus how much backlash and drama and stuff that they cause. Is my ear itchy? Alright. Pretty much the company is influenced by, I guess, gossip and hearsay, and because my ear is very itchy here. Why? So yeah, unfortunately, public image is, you know, everything to them. So keep that in mind and just support them as much as you possibly can, and hopefully we will, by sending positive energy their way, not attacking the company, try sending positive vibes to the company, alright? That's going to help. And hopefully we'll see things start to turn around. But yeah, there's a possibility of them, let me see. Will they be together again, or with a different name, or will they be separated? To me, I do feel like they'll be more separated, depending on what happens. You know, if stuff does hit the fan, it would be, you know, like how 21 kind of split up, went their different ways. And then I feel like, depending on where they live and what they want to do, some of them might decide, I want to go into acting or do a different career. This is definitely going to be about money. What is going to make them money? Money again. But they've got new ideas. So, you know, retreating from the spotlight here, trying to bring balance in and let go of negative situations, having a victory in regards to, yeah. This is coin work, and this is temptation. Not giving into temptation, I guess I would say, because there's a victory in my ear. Keeps bugging me. Someone's in their ears a lot. This does not normally happen to me. things are going to work out. Okay? So we're letting go of any betrayal. We're people's harsh words. But it's definitely going to block some of their opportunities, and they're going to have to transform. So who do we have here? One person coming out. Either... Yeah, so that could be a fire sign, which would be Bobby or Junie? Jun Ho? Yeah, it's just like issues. The relationship is going to be unbalanced, and they're going to have to just figure out what's going to work for them. So to me, I would say they'll probably stay with the company, they'll get another release, then they'll probably push them overseas, and then if the backlash and whatever doesn't settle down, kind of like Pristine, you know how they just disappeared? It's kind of like some of them may end their contracts and move on, but some of them may stay there, and then you just don't hear from them for a long time. Yeah, definitely a new beginning here. I need to pull this closer to me again. So our two fire signs do definitely seem to be up to something. Yeah, see, and then they've also got the rebuilding. There could be a rebuilding somewhere else where they're coming out of hiding. So maybe there will be a situation where they need to retreat for a while, whether that's when contracts end or something happens, and then we're going to come out and make a decision to shed light. Oh, this could be communication on social media, but it also indicates air signs, which is what, more than half of the group. Could be B, J, Song, and Chan. Very interesting. And I'm yawning, so I'm assuming this is going to be very tiring. And maybe that's why things start to pop up on social media. Whatever that... Yeah, so if they're still talking to be, eventually that's going to come out. They're going to be sharing, love and perfecting a new skill together. So one person seems to be going into a different industry, whether that's acting or something. This is about moving home. This is all career. Moving to a different position in career in order to be more stable and make more money and be more emotionally fulfilled. Yeah. Even if there's judgment around you, basically we're not going to pay attention to that. Yeah, and there's still going to be gossip and sacrifices that need to be made, and perhaps it is going to affect the opportunities that come up, and but whatever secrets are around them, are going to be exposed one way or another, whether it's just them, being clued in on what's going on behind the scenes, or whether this is literally the fandom being clued in and coming to the rescue. But yeah, it's likely that we'll get a couple of solos coming out. Specifically one member I do see. Which does appear to be the fire sign coming out and doing something. Yeah. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. And again, that military enlistment could be an option that somebody takes as well. Or that's suggested to them. Now. But I just get... They're going to be tired. Tired of waiting, you know, and then things will just happen, and we're gonna have to, like, I can't always see everything in a reading. Sometimes I'll be blocked. And in this case, I can't see clearly exactly what's going to happen. There's definitely the possibility of a separation and regrouping in other places, like 21 kind of did, or is doing. But I do still see the connection between them, and there is going to be some friendships that stay forever, and some that maybe there is a little bit of regret around, that will take a while to heal. Okay, what is in their near future? I believe I covered this, but let's just... Oh dear. Let me shuffle it again. Just so that I make sure. What's in their near future coming up for iKON? Where are we going from here? Devil card, temptation. Okay, so the magician here probably represents B, and you know, the, I guess, failure or lack of victory that we feel around that there's been a transformation. So that's where that is. They need to bring in the balance, so that's what's happening now. We're trying to balance things out. We have female communication here, and we have male, like passion and desire, someone who's a little bit immature, but that, yeah, in a little bit of a negative way. So someone is being a little bit immature about this situation. Regrets, but basically this, you've got to, whoever this female is basically going to put him in his place. Going, you know, we have to balance things out now. Stop acting silly. You know, get over yourself, get over the situation. You know, you just have to deal with stuff in life. There's not much you can do about it. You just got to keep going. So we're going to go on for the sake of career. But there's, you know, regrets in creative, in respect to what we could have created. Okay, so, and again, we've got water, so Page of Cups, the Moon. Okay, so secrets. We're keeping secrets from the fan base. So you guys don't know the full story of whatever's going on. That indicates to me you don't know the full story, and there are things that you don't know, you know, for the sake of, I guess, emotions, protecting people's emotions, because we've got the cups. And maybe that's a decision made that's a little bit immature, but it's not like, negative. It's not made from a wrong place, you know. Needing to pull back a bit and sacrifice opportunities here, not moving forward. So perhaps they were supposed to move forward and do something new, but they're not going to do that right, like, immediately. Again, we're bringing in the balance. We need to bring in more emotional maturity and make sure that everybody, you know, that their mindset is right, that they're emotionally, you know, in a good place, that no one's going to pop off on social media and do, you know, inappropriate things. We need everyone to be balanced. And we're doing things, but this is like a deliberate action that may seem to be naive in order to express your emotions here. Again, victim of circumstance, so the situation is obviously binding them, and they're not able to move forward or heal. It's causing a bit of depression. There's opportunities being offered to them that they're not paying attention to. But we, again, have social media. The air sign. Or that could be the young air sign who isn't paying attention to opportunities that are right in front of him and is a little bit depressed about this. situation. But here we have a recommitment. So eventually, basically, they just need time, right? There's going to be a recommitment here, because this is like contracts where everybody's recommitted. Then we've got the home card or the happy family, like, so that would be about the group and what's happening for them. And then we're coming out of hiding, so hermit in reverse. Things are going to come, you know, out. Things that they don't need, that weren't good for them, basically are going to be removed. They're going to stand up for themselves. And then we have a little bit of an emotional disconnect. I wonder if that's going to affect the fans emotionally. What? Yeah, because they're basically just saying here, whatever that these guys are doing is because they needed to get rid of something that wasn't stable for them. So I don't know. But there's definitely a lot of heartbreak, because we're not able to make the coin. That earth sign guy, heartbroken again. And he's taking it to the CEO or the guy in charge. There's definitely the imbalance. So basically whoever's in charge isn't really going to listen to their opinion, because, you know, business is business. We're just going to keep going. You guys have a contract to fulfill, and you know, that's it. But eventually things are, like, the light's going to be shed on things, even if they can't fully follow their intuition. There's going to be more money coming to them and new opportunities. And again, like I said, perhaps going overseas again. Yeah, overseas does seem to be where there's more money and opportunity. So, yeah, hopefully that helps. Oops, with that question. Oh my goodness, let's get back. Is B. Hanbin in any trouble right now? Is he okay, and how's his support system? Like, I did kind of cover that. I do feel like the other members particularly are struggling. There's like a split in between who's gonna support him and who isn't, or at least who is open to talking about it. Like, I do feel like there's a bit of, we're not supposed to discuss this, even if we're all on the same page emotionally, you know, in our brains. We need to be careful with what we're doing and saying. Is he in any trouble? Let's have a look. I don't think so. But I do think the police are going to go hard after, because of what's going on with the whole, what do you call it, company? They're going to try to pick at anything, and that's why this came up. But I don't feel like there's, yeah, he's moving on from it. Death around his relationship, basically, with the company. Obstacles being removed. So I do feel like, even though he's left the company, see, there's the star shining, and secrets coming out of the closet. He was targeted because of who he was, you know, a well-known person, and that's why. Could have even been a strategic move. I don't know if there is money exchange. Let me see. Yeah, this is like an imbalanced thing. But things will go in his favor, even though the contract has been terminated. I do feel like it was in his best interest for it to be terminated at this time. So things are going to be alright. I am not worried about legal trouble for him. That's not really something that I can see. So either I'm being blocked from it for some reason, or there's basically not going to be much trouble. He's in enough trouble as it is just with the general public, you know. But it's good to see that he has lots of support online, and of course they do see that. Yeah, and do the members see the iconic fans support? And any additional information? I'm pretty sure I've gone over additional information, but we'll have a look specifically on the question. Maybe I'll use some different cards. We're getting bored of these. Not bored, but let's just mix it up a little bit. These are called... Oops, what are we? The universe has your back. I would say, of course, they see the fandom support. I mean, it would just be difficult to see the support as well as any negativity, and if negativity is overwhelming them, that's when they would be taking a break from social media. So just keep sending love and support their way, and if you see inappropriate comments that you can flag and stuff on YouTube or, you know, wherever, whatever platform, you know, then I think that's the best way. Don't go and attack other people who are coming at them negatively. Just, you know, take appropriate steps so that you're not actually fueling any sort of negative, hostile environment around them. Because that's basically what's going to help them in a more positive way. Okay? I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Okay. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Ooh. So to me this is indicating perhaps that they appreciate, you know, you guys being honest with them, and the fact that they feel like they can be honest with you. Through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. This is what I was saying. Don't just come out and attack people. I feel like this is the best way that they're going to, that you're going to be able to help them as like a fandom. You will see things happening. You don't need to, like, they may be rationalizing the miracles, but you don't need to rationalize the miracles, okay? Things are going to happen. This contract was terminated at this specific point in time because it was supposed to be. This was something that was supposed to happen. Yes, it's possible he could come back and work with some of the other members in a different way in the future, but I wouldn't be looking to the immediate future for that. Just because everybody needs, you know, time, and these guys are under contract as well, so they can't do anything with him while they're under contract, you know? So, that's interesting. Let's have a look. I have a few card decks here, so I was just wondering which one to use. Energy Oracle cards. This is a good deck to use. So, again, how do they feel about your support? Do they see it? How do they feel about the fandom? Let's have a look. Aww. They can see that this has broken your heart. This is the end of an era because you've got the 9, and that's breaking their heart. And breaking your heart as well, and they can see that, like, they share that pain with you guys and want to acknowledge that. This is definitely, look, Heart Chakra came out. So, Archangel Raphael, this is about the heart, again, heart. This is definitely love, 11, so starting a new chapter. Definitely new things coming. They have an inability to take action in regards to you guys, so they do notice it, but they can't, it's going to be very difficult for them to like certain tweets or to comment and get back to you guys. Like, they're a victim of circumstance in that way. See, this is the communication issue. Like, they can't really take action in regards to communication, but they are seeing, yeah. What is this deceit energy coming out? Indecision. Alright, so I don't know what's going on in the fan base, but I do feel like there are some manipulative energies going on. This would not be for all of you guys. This is just to acknowledge that they're aware of how things work. Yeah, gatekeeper around communication. There is a lot of chakra cards coming out here. So this is definitely at the core. Wow, that is a lot of chakra cards. So this is affecting them, you know, in all different ways. Perhaps this is just representing how it's affecting the fan base, that they can see that this situation has been affecting you in different ways for different people. that there are some people who are trying to manipulate the situation for their own benefit, whether that's to bash one member because they have a favorite member who's a different person, you know, and like, I don't know, like there is a little bit, yeah, and this is saying indecision about career. Why is this reversed? I feel like this, because the indecision is reversed, it's like we can't take action and things are kind of set for us in the way of what we can and can't do at the moment. So while you guys might perceive this as indecision and silence around a situation, just know that that's not the case. Things will come out in the future, but now is just not the time. They feel like there possibly is a lack of appreciation. They don't want this to cause a divide. And again, that's because of this to me would be a small minority. You guys will have to fill me in a little bit more on how the fandom works. But I do feel like there is a little bit of toxicity there. It's like if you guys are just wanting them all to be together, like bring back B or whatever. Like that's not going to happen. He's broken the contract is done. If you want them to all be together that way, what you're asking for is for the whole group to disband. Okay? You need to love and cherish them, and they do see that. Yeah, the contract is reversed. Can't be changed. What's done is done in regards to and that's the 6. That's their family, so that's the group. Okay. People are being a little bit impatient. Oh my god, all of the chakra cards are coming up. So this is basically meaning they need to take a break and get in alignment, and they would like that for their fan base. I don't know if there's going to be an issue in regards to whatever the next move is. But yeah, they can definitely they see a lot of people holding their hearts up, reaching out to them, because we've got a lot of 4 cards. So this is about the fan base, the home base for them. Regardless of hostilities, people are definitely showing love and financial, and trying to support them financially, trying to give them a victory, showing them that they're thinking about them, and that there's a lot of possibilities. So your support is helping them see that there is a lot of different possibilities for them to go in the future, whether that is, again, going overseas travel, letting go of envy. And see, this is strategic. So maybe there was things that they were planning to do that they can't do anymore. The old strategy's out the window, and that's okay. Yeah, Moon Goddess, intuition. And even if they're going to have issues with, money, and perhaps their value has decreased in some way because of this, they're still, this is the man holding his heart, and then we have the woman holding his heart. So there's still a lot of love there. Caring connection. So they definitely see you guys and they care about you guys. And they're very attached. And maybe you guys are very attached. And there's the Angel of Love. So here, there's a lot of positive cards. But I do feel like, again, we've got Healer of the Ages. So the group isn't going to be what it was. And I feel like this is just something that's going to, like, some people are going to have to go through this grieving process, which is, like I said, maybe that's where that deceitful energy is coming from. It's literally through a process of grief. So, they definitely are seeing you guys, and you're helping to open their eyes up to possibilities and to know their worth and their value despite whatever, their company and people are saying to them in their business. I feel like I was saying something extra and then I stopped. But basically, they do know that you're there. So don't go after any people who are trolling or doing negative things. Just know that maybe that's part of their grieving process. And you're not going to help iKON by fueling that negativity. Even if it upsets you can just, block or mute that person on social media. you know, even if they're coming after you because you've posted a supportive comment. I know that happens a lot on social media, and it's not fair. Okay, and maybe they do have a lot of younger fans, and it can be very hard for you to put aside those feelings and to understand that pain is pain and people deal with their pain in different ways, and that they're not coming after you as a personal attack, even if they say things that sound personal and hateful to you. It's like they're coming to you out of a place of pain and sadness because of this situation that's happened. So let's just get a time to look out for them. You guys can leave comments. Springtime. Number 5. Okay, 5 is work, expansion, travel. So maybe they're going to travel in the spring, or spring is also about a rebirth and growth. So there is going to be a new release. This is, to me, this is just verifying they are going to come out with another single. I would be very surprised if they don't. But how that single pans out and what the reaction is going to be very, 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 very important. Okay? So just try to keep things positive. Don't, you know, fuel any of the hate, like I've said. And I hope that this reading helped you guys. I did have a few weird noises and issues, so I had to stop and start a couple of times, so I hope that that's not too disruptive, but we got there in the end, and because of that, it's probably going to make this video extremely long. So I'll go into all of the members separately at a later date, but they will come up on my channel, so don't freak out. It is going to come eventually. It is the weekend now, and this is my only, like, block period of time that I have to film before the niece and nephew get here. So we're going to be looking after them all weekend, so I'm sorry I can't just, like, get videos up every single day, every single hour. A lot of the picky card readings and that are all pre-filmed, pre-scheduled, so that's why they're coming up. But yeah, I hope that you guys like this reading. I may put a new listing up on Etsy specifically for celebrity readings or K-pop, J-pop group readings, just so that there's no confusion about that and the personal reading. Like I said, if you book a personal YouTube reading and you put in the K-pop stuff, then I'll do it, because personal readings can also be made public. Like, if you want them to be public, all you have to do is say, I give you permission for this video to be public on your channel. Otherwise, it automatically goes up as unlisted, and you can always contact me later to be like, hey, can you put that on public? As long as you contact me through Etsy, so that I know it's directly from you and not just some random person commenting at me. But yeah, so let's all thank the iconic girl, because I don't want to get your name wrong. Let's show her a lot of love in the comments, because of her, this reading has gone up a lot sooner than what I was going to do it. So thank you so much. I will do the members readings, and if you want to check out my channel and other K-pop readings, you can do so, and I'll see you in the next video. I hope that you liked this reading and that it gave you some insight into what's going on with iKON, and I wish them all the best. I wish you guys all the best, and we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. So fingers crossed for them. Please, that everything works out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!